What's up, guys? You know who it is. Midwest 2 Review here, back again. Well, I wanted to do a video, a new video, updated video, whatever you want to call it, video of this Snap-on cart that I've been working on. I've been working feverishly, is that a word, right? To get this cart set up so that I can be a little bit more mobile around the shop. And kind of have some tools at the ready instead of always walking back here to the big giant to get what I need. So it's cool to have everything in your main box, but it's also cool to be a little bit mobile as well. And I've been trying to work on that and get what I need. So I got a pretty dynamic setup. I got the road box there, I got the main box there, and I got the little roll cart here. Now, I will be honest with you guys, and don't hate me for all you guys that do, in fact, love my channel and love the content and, you know, what we've built over the years, because you guys have been a large participant in me being able to achieve some of my dreams at building the baddest DIY socket drawer out there, I like to say. And the Ratchet collection, come on now. I mean, that's just a thing of beauty. So nonetheless, I went to Harbor Freight today. Oh, I know. Went to Harbor Freight today, looked at some things. I did not buy nothing. I promise you, I did not buy a single Harbor Freight tool. But I did, in fact, look, because the family was shopping at the neighboring store and I had nothing to do, so I decided to peruse their selection. And I saw a lot of things, including the service cart, and I thought to myself, you know, that service cart, I could really use that. But I did not buy it. I just merely looked. You know, I'm a guy. I'm a tool addict. Doesn't hurt to look, right? That's what I tell myself. So I decided to come back home and I did a little bit of work on the cart, and I'm going to show you guys what we did. So I took the guns out. I'm going to come up with something different for the guns. I promise you that. I did throw on a Mac Tools 3/8 drive anvil onto this 1/4 drive gun, and I did some research on that gun. I was like, I wonder what is that rated at. And that old brushless, it's a 2017 model Cobalt brushless impact gun, 1/4 drive. There's a little bit about the specs on it, and you can see there, date code 12 of 17. This thing puts out 1,800 inch pounds, and if you convert inch pounds to foot pounds, it's roughly like 150 foot pounds, I believe it is. So that's not bad for a little 3/8 drive or 1/4 drive impact gun. And I thought, yeah, that'd be cool. So we put an anvil on that, and we can take use to it. On the top cart, I got rid of that stupid lid that was on these stupid sockets that I bought for some stupid reason. These are the Craftsman, you know, Taiwan. I think these are made in Taiwan, so that is going for them. They are a little bit weighty, so that makes me believe that they are gonna be somewhat decent. Someone talked about the fluting or whatever, and the well, or I think that's what forgot what the other channel calls it, but anyway, these are, I mean, design wise, they're similar to any other socket brand, right? If I look at the well of these, or the brooch, or whatever you want to call it, and I reach in here and I grab some of the high dollar stuff, I mean this is a Snap-on socket. I mean, it's the same broaching, right? The same style of broaching. I mean, there's nothing, you know, different. This is a Mac. I mean, if you look at them side by side, let me grab them here off camera. I mean, there's no big difference. There's no big difference, boys. It's the same. Mac Craftsman. So, what the hell is that? 19, yeah. So that being said, I don't know what the person's comments were about, but you know, they look the same. I do notice that the thickness here, if you look at the bottom of this compared to the back of here, that's some pretty good meat back there. So that means that they know that these going to get put through some work, and probably not the greatest steel in the world, so they beefed it up a little bit, and that's primarily where the weight is coming from. But we'll see. We're going to run those suckers on some impact guns and see how they work out. But nonetheless, we got them sitting up here. We're not going to go into too much detail. I'm not trying to do a cart tour. I took the sockets out of the jar and put them up on top here. So we have our 3/8 stuff, we have our hex and Torx, and then some 1/4 inch drive stuff, and a couple used. And these are the cheap wannabe Knipex I bought from Tractor Supply, I think it was, or something like that. I actually used these today. I did get the belly mower off my John Deere today, so I was happy about that. It was a little bit of work, but we got it done. And that's pretty much it. And then in the drawer, I just got something I did get. I bought these. These were like $10, and I didn't need a wrench. I don't need wrenches. I mean, you guys know my channel by now. I don't need wrenches. I've got enough wrenches. But I'm going to answer another question here. Somebody asked a great question. I'm going to try to answer it. So I got all these wrenches here. I got all those wrenches there. And then I got all of those wrenches there, plus some wrenches you can't even see. So I don't need them. But I wanted some cheap wrenches in the cart. Because actually about an hour, my brother-in-law, I think, is going to be coming over here, and we're going to be doing some work. And so I got to get my chainsaw readied up, because we're going to be doing some wood, getting some wood prepared for both of our homes. So, but nonetheless, I bought these here, 12-point design. These are Napa Professional. These are the offshore brand. I do recall when Napa Professional was actually indeed manufactured in the U.S. That's irrelevant to me. These are Taiwan, and I have a sweet spot for Taiwan tools, I guess. But I threw that little 10 to 18 millimeter set in there. Couple of screwdrivers. Now, CP, remember these. This is how CP and I first started to communicate with one another, is that I did a video on these, and he and I were debating whether or not these were going to hold up. CP, dude, they held up, brother. You know, this has probably been years now that you and I have been making content, and these suckers are still going strong. These are a Lennox brand screwdriver that I picked up at Lowe's for like 20 some dollars, $19 for a set of them. I don't think I have all of them. I think there was like 6 in total. I lost a couple along the way, but these, for a cheap screwdriver, has last. They feel great in the hand. I would encourage you guys, if you're ever looking for a cheap set of screwdrivers and you don't want to spend a lot of money, and you have a Lowe's near you, go get these. I've battle tested these guys. I've used them. You can see some have been used more so than others, but I've used them and they have worked out. You look at that tip. Look how dirty that tip is. It is not broken. It is not chipped. It is not marred. They still work fantastic. And I think I got some metal in my finger. They worked out, so I got them. And they've been in here now, and I've swapped out the other cheap ones for some different cheap screwdrivers. Bob's your uncle, we're good to go. So that's what I got. Threw in some self-tapping screws, because I live on a farm now, and we always need self-tapping screws. And then the bottom stuff is just a bunch of crap that's on there. But all right, so that's the update, quick update on the cart. Did pick up some new stuff today. So what did we get? I went over to O'Reilly's. So O'Reilly's picked up this Power Torque, the Maximum Power Torque 9-piece ratchet and bits driver set. And you can see what it comes with there. All right, pretty cool little thing. But what's cool about this is the ratchet. I thought the ratchet was pretty freaking awesome. Even my daughters liked it, and they are girls, and they're like, "Hey, Dad, that's pretty neat looking ratchet. You could get into some tight spaces with that thing." And I was like, "Who are you guys? Who's your daddy that you know that much about tools?" So here we go. It's a little 1/4-inch drive. I mean, look at the head size on that sucker. And it is tiny. Look at that. I don't know what the tooth count on it is, probably 6, but it works out pretty good. It sounds fairly decent. It looks like it could be even serviceable. It's got some retention clamps there. Yeah, it is serviceable, so I can actually pull that out and do some service work on it if you somehow need it to. And then it also has a 1/4-inch drive or hex drive end on there, so you can actually, hook it onto something else and make it longer. So that's pretty neat. 1/4-inch drive bit, reversible gear, and it has a little selector there. Isn't that kind of neat? This is probably the smallest 1/4-inch drive head that I've ever seen on a ratchet. I know you guys tell me, maybe in your world it isn't, and you're like, "James, what are you talking about, bro? There's like 10,000 other options out there." Maybe there is. I don't know. Okay. Here's the 1/4-inch drive bit. So you can just plop that bit down in there like so, and there you go. So then you incorporate that with a 1/4" drive socket. Let's see if I can find a 1/4" drive socket. That's 3/8 drives. Let's go over here. All right, you throw that sucker on there, and I don't know that it gives you any greater, you know, access, right? That's still a hefty bit of metal right there, but at the minimum, it does let you get your hand in some tight spaces and do some tight work. So I can see like working on a bell housing bolt or something like that, or some weird, you know, like a starter bolt or something like that that's kind of recessed, or you don't have a lot of room to get your ratchet completely in there, and maybe this is going to work out better for you. So yeah, 1/4". I mean, and there's no other 1/4" drive ratchet that I own that has a head that small. So I thought that was pretty neat, right? So where's my 1/4" drive? I don't even know where my tools are anymore. So like the smallest 1/4" drive I have probably would be this head here. This is an SRIC. If you guys don't know anything about that, let me know. I'll do a video on it. This is one of the cool ratchets that Snap-on no longer carries. But look at that head size. Let's see if I can get that to... That's tiny. That's a tiny head there. Some of you guys have not heard that before, right? Or have heard that, rather. Here is another fine example. Look how small that is. So, and if you look at the overall height of the ratchet, I mean, that's an improvement. Not a major improvement, but it is in fact an improvement. So, I guess what I'm saying is that this is not a bad buy. I think I paid like 14 bucks for it. It comes with some bits. It's got, you know, a couple Phillips, couple flatheads, and a couple different hex bits in there, and then the 1/4" drive anvil. That's not a bad buy for 14 bucks. And I don't think it was on sale. I think that's just the normal everyday asking price for that tool. So I would say if you guys live by an O'Reilly's and you want one of these, or maybe you want one of these but you don't live by an O'Reilly's, let me know. I'll go in and grab a couple and I will ship them out to you. So, and then it's got this little lame little belt clip, like I'm going to carry around this on my belt, on my key ring. That's not going to happen. But, you know, you can hang it on your cart, you can throw it in your drawer, and we'll just probably end up throwing it in here and let it be. All right, what I've been looking forward to, and I have not opened it. I lied to you guys. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I lied. I told you guys I was not going to do another video until I had a blade. So let me see. Hang on. I think I got a blade, because I don't want to lie. Hang on. Let me see here. Hang on here. Work with me, guys. Work with me. I'm sorry. I'm digging in my pouch over here. I know. I don't want to be a liar, man. Oh, liar. Come on, damn it. Where are you? Hang on. Will you just hang on a minute? Stop being so pushy. I know, guys, I'm telling you, there's a freaking blade in here. Oh, no, that ain't it. Shit. I got a knife. I remembered that I had a knife. Huh, there it goes. See, I'm not a liar. I told you guys I would have a knife ready for the next video, and I ain't lying. Okay, I ain't kidding. There you go. So what we got here is none other than Capri Tools. So this is a 1/4" drive master chrome socket set, chrome vanadium forged steel, max chrome finish, 6-point drive or 6-point hex or design with a 1/4" drive. Shallow sockets goes from 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, blah, 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 all the way up to 15. And then the other one is same for the deep. I think my brother-in-law's here. Hang on, guys. Be right back. Okay, false alarm. I had to raise the door there to see who was out there, and apparently no one is. So back to this. All right, so yeah, so same size for the deeps, ranging from 4 to 15. It's I thought it was pretty interesting because I'm not going to follow this advice here, but it says hand use only. Never use hand sockets or attachments on air-powered or electric-powered drivers, such as impact wrenches, guys. Sockets are designed to be used with hand drivers only. So don't be that guy that uses the tool incorrectly and then complains when it dies on you. So, all right, guys. So let's go ahead and open this setup. And CP was razzing me. He said, hey, you got some damn good dexterity, buddy, because you're always using one hand to do all your videos and opening the package with the other hand. You know what, CP? You ain't kidding, brother. Let me get another tripod. So this is from Capri Tools. This is how I got it. I ordered it off of Amazon or the Jungle Bay website, or not the Jungle website. I think is what Derek calls it. If you guys don't know about old Derek, guys, you guys should be checking out his channel over there, man. Let's see here, Vice Grip Garage. Awesome channel. I know all of you guys are probably already subscribed, and I'm not telling you anything different that you don't know. But if you're not and you never heard of him, check him out. Check him out. It's a great channel. I watch it like every day. Every day. So I'm trying to get these all organized. What is that? 5.5, 6, 8, 7, I think. 9, 10. There you go. All right, we got it. So there you go. So there's a set there. These are really nice. I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, let's pull out a 15 millimeter Capri and a 15 millimeter snap-on. Not an old snap-on, a new design snap-on. The Capri on the left, the snap-on on the right. The well's a little bit deeper. I mean, I could see the argument on both sides of that, but if you look at how the broaching is on the Capri, it almost has more of that flank drive-esque plus, where it's going to capture the corner of the fastener and hold on to it a little bit tighter, as opposed to the snap-on one. Now, if you get the flank drive plus or flank drive plus 6 plus, whatever they call it these days, it'll have an improved design. But for a standard snap-on socket, this Capri socket is actually better designed than the snap-on is. We look at the wall thickness there, and always go from where the cutout is at. So when you want to compare thickness of the wall, because it's not going to crack here, it's going to crack there. So always compare. Let me see if I can get my knife in the frame here. Always compare that thickness on your socket. See how thick that is. And I don't have my caliper available, do I? Let's see. This is going to be a long video. And if you guys don't want to watch it to the end, so be it. But it's going to be a long one. I'm trying to do a lot here. Are these dead? Okay, that's zeroed out. Okay. Let's see here. .052, let's call it. .071. Snap-on is .052. Okay, a little bit different there. Maybe not grabbing it the same. Oh, there you go. .053. I'm just trying to grab a couple of random spots. .075. Okay, so there you go. So the Capri actually has a little bit more meat in that cutout there, which means it's going to be a little bit less likely, based upon material thickness, to cracking, as opposed to the snap-on, which is measuring like between .052 and .055. So now one could argue that the snap-on has probably a better heat treating process, which means the material is a lot harder. I don't know, that's hard to say, whereas Capri is only using chrome vanadium steel. Snap-on has a proprietary process for how they treat their material, so maybe by design these are going to be stronger even with a thinner material. But we do know that the Capri is a little bit more thicker in that regard. So there's something to think about. But in general, it's not a bad looking socket whatsoever. Now, I found Capri to be very interesting. They, being an offshore manufacturing company, they have done a great job. I'm trying to think who that would be. Don't know. They've done a great job at their tools, designing their sockets. They've done a great job. It's a lot of care, a lot of work at making sure that their sockets are well designed and that they are utilizing the latest technology in how their sockets are designed. Everybody's using this whole quote unquote type profile of the flute there, so it's not something that's secretive anymore. So sockets that don't incorporate that particular type of profile is antiquated. This is the new way that most sockets are designed. Doesn't matter who's manufacturing them, they have that look to them. If I were to go in my box and I grab out that Mac, the Mac has the same look. See that? See the way that the flute looks there? Same exact profile. Some may be a little bit more pronounced than others. This is an old snap-on. Even they were exploring it back then. This is a little bit worn. It's not brand new. If we look at, I don't know if these impact sockets, if you can see it, you kind of can see it there. Even the impact sockets here have that same type of profile. If I can catch the light just right, like right there, you can kind of see it. And these are right tool. So it doesn't really matter who the brand is per se. They're all using that same type of profile. And I bet if I found more brands in my box, they would also have the same type of style as well. So that's old news. Everybody's doing it. So in my mind, unless you're doing something totally innovative, I know Sonex has some really pronounced type designs where their design is a little bit more aggressive in there in terms of holding onto the fastener. But in general, these Capris are following suit with everyone else out there in the market, whether it be Snap-on, Mac, Right Tool, etc. They're all doing the same thing. So I'm happy with these. And the idea of having this set here was to not buy these cheap ones from Walmart, but because these, even look at that, even the cheap ones from Walmart have that same type of fluting. Look at that. These are hyper tough sockets, guys, and they're using the same exact profile there. But I bought these hyper tough ones because they were so cheap, and I thought, why not give them a try? And I knew that I wanted to get the Capris, and so we did order the Capris, and they were like 34 bucks on Amazon. So I figured, why not? And we're gonna use these on an impact gun. There's no way in hell I'm gonna buy these and not use them on my Milwaukee 1/4-inch drive impact gun. They will be used on them. I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, so you don't freak out on me in the end later on down the road if you see me doing that. So they are in fact going to be used inappropriately, and that's just the way that it is. So, but yeah, we're gonna put these in the. I wish I could take that out, because I don't need that in there, but oh well, I got an idea. But yeah, so I got those, and we're gonna be playing with those over time. I got rid of the other piece of this box, so that's probably going to be something I break on. Oh, there you go. Hit the phone with that. Yep, it went that far. I don't know if you guys heard it. Went on the other side of the shop, but there you go. But yeah, so we're gonna be running those puppies and seeing how well they perform, right along with everything else. And I hope they perform well, because I have a sweet spot in my heart for Capri Tools. So that's all I got, guys. Just some power torque, a little small socket and a couple bits, and then this Capri socket set. Laid out my cart a little bit more effectively, I guess, if you wanted to say that. It's got a little bit more stuff on it. Oh, and the last thing, real quick, somebody asked me, they said, hey, why do you, and they didn't say it this nicely. They were like, they didn't understand why I would have a cart with tools on it when I have a box in the same shop that has everything plus some that what I need. And it's more or less of efficiency, right? So if I'm working on something, I don't want to be walking from one end of the shop all the way back to the other. And then that's only 2,000 plus square feet in here. It's not that big, but I don't want to be walking back and forth to this box grabbing something. And then you know how it is. Sometimes you think, oh, I need a 13. And you grab a 13 and you go to the car or truck and come back and, oh, it's actually a 15. You got to keep going back and forth. Whereas if I have everything on this cart right here in front of me, if I grab the wrong size, I can just turn around and grab the right one because I'm right there. If I want to go out, and I have two barns, right? So if I'm in the main barn, which I am right now, but if I have like all my tractors and all my equipment is in the smaller barn. So if I'm going to do work over there, maybe the tractor's not running or maybe the mower's not running, I don't want to be walking clear across the yard to come over here to grab tools and then turn around and walk all the way back and then have grabbed something wrong or the wrong size and have to keep coming back. So I can wheel this cart across the courtyard over there, and then I have everything that I need, you know, with you know, exception of maybe some bigger stuff that I do have to come over here and grab, but I'll have the majority of all the sockets or hand tools that I need at the ready. And I can leave this out in the courtyard if I need to. If something I'm working on, I can throw a cover over it. You know, I can work out in the rain. I can do a lot of things with this cart, whereas I don't want to be leaving my tools sitting out in the dirt or the gravel. I guess effectively I could take this box here, but this is my travel box. So everything that's in this box is designed or intended to be going to salvage yards. I've got everything that I need once again in this particular box, which is nothing more than a scaled down version of my main box. Just the way I work. I like to have everything where I'm at, and that's kind of just how I do it. So just to answer that person's question or their comment, that is why I have this cart set up the way that I do. So but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do have some new stuff coming. I went on an auction site last night and I placed a couple of bids, and we did win some new tools. So they are being packaged and shipped to me, and hopefully I'll have those within the next week or so, and we will be showcasing those on the channel as well. Hope you guys like the cart. Hope you guys like the setup, and I got to now figure out a cool thumbnail. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.